Working with Felix was absolutely amazing. He helped me grow from 160 to 170 in just a month without struggling with a lack of appetite, which was a major issue for me.
That was my client Manny. Just 12 days after, I made a customized diet plan for him. And just 14 days later, he texted me saying he gained another 7 pounds. So he gained 17 pounds of muscles in just 26 days while running his own business. So in this video, I'll break down the exact diet plan he followed so you can just copy it and start building muscle even with a packed schedule. But first, here's the full testimonial.
What's going on, guys? My name is Manny and I'm in the entrepreneurial space. I run my own community that helps individuals quit smoking weed to 10x their mind. Before this year, I was very skinny due to heavy weed smoking, which killed my appetite and made it hard to put on weight. But working with Felix was absolutely amazing. He helped me grow from 160 to 170 in just a month without struggling with a lack of appetite, which was a major issue for me. After meeting with Felix, I followed his plans and it completely changed my body. If anyone's interested in a diet plan, I can't recommend Felix enough. This game plan has been a game changer for me.
Okay, that was Manny's testimonial. Now I will share a bit about Manny and then the strategy of the diet plan. And then last of all, I will go through the full diet plan. So it was in January this year, in 2025, when me and Manny had a call and he was around 160 pounds. He wanted to get up to 180 pounds and like build a jacked physique. He had worked out before, but then he had stopped. He stayed like skinny like for years, and now he wanted to change that and get back in the gym. And we came to the conclusion that his diet was the biggest part I was missing, because he enjoyed like his workouts. He said he would be consistent. The biggest part was just like fixing his diet. So that was when he decided to get a customized diet plan from me to help him build more muscles, have more energy, boost his testosterone so he can build muscles faster. And he was also running his own coaching business, helping guys stop their weed addiction. So he was busy with that, so I needed to customize the plan for his busy schedule. And after he decided to get a customized diet plan for me, I sent him a couple of questions so I could make the diet plan perfect for his situation, his preferences with food, his schedule, everything like that. So I just could make it great and perfect for him. So he answered the questions that he wanted to have 4 meals per day, and his favorite foods are like eggs, ground beef, chicken, and then a couple more foods. But those 3 foods, eggs, ground beef, and chicken, it was really good that he liked it. He liked it because those foods are great for building muscles. They are high in protein. Also, ground beef and eggs are very good for boosting testosterone. And testosterone is the sex hormone for men, make us smell like more manly, build more muscles, feel stronger, have more energy. So that was very powerful and gave him like an advantage that he enjoyed it. But yeah, I enjoyed it also, and yeah, most people actually enjoy it. And I also enjoy like eggs and ground beef. They're fucking delicious. And he also liked sandwiches. That's something also I included in the diet plan. And overall, he just wanted the right foods to help him build more muscles, and also a good like time frame, like when to eat his meals. That's something I also included. And by the way, if you're an entrepreneur that wanna go from skinny to jacked, get bigger, build more muscles, you can get a free one-on-one coaching call with me right now, just like I had with Manny before I made the diet plan for him. So if you want that, just click the top link in the description. That was a bit of the backstory, but now I will walk through the strategy of the diet plan. So the strategy was very simple. I like to keep things simple, easy to follow, easy to do, not like track calories or all this like scientific advanced shit. Like I never track my calories, I never tell my clients to do it, only if I think it would really help them to build more muscles. But in most cases, it's not needed. The strategy was 4 meals per day. That was what he wanted, and it's also like a very good amount, 4 meals. That's like something I aim for, 4 meals. Breakfast, lunch, then a snack / smaller meal between lunch and dinner. And then dinner. So that's the 4 meals. And then the foods we focused on was meat, eggs, and healthy fats. Healthy fats can be like butter, peanut butter, nuts. And then yeah, meat like ground beef, chicken, and then just eggs, like fried eggs, scrambled eggs, however you like to cook them. Because the meat is very good for protein, also recovery and like muscle growth after the workout, but also energy, like meat, when you eat meat, you like feel much more energetic instead of eating like pasta and fucking a lot of pasta or bread or something. Like having a lot of meat, whenever I have it, I actually feel like going to the gym. I feel strong as fuck. And then the eggs has a similar effect. It's good for testosterone, which boosts energy and also have a lot of protein in it. Eggs and meat are a cheat code. I always see like meat and eggs like more meat and eggs equals more muscles. More eggs, more muscles, more meat, more muscles. Simple as that. And then the healthy fats is to get in the calories to bulk up. Because like as skinny guys, we need like more calories to fuel our muscle growth. That's when we have like peanut butter, nuts, which is easy to eat and it doesn't like hurt our focus that much. And it's fast to eat, like peanut butter. We can just like work on our business, go have some peanut butter and get in a couple hundred calories. That was the foods to eat. And then what not to eat was junk food. That was something I told him. Try avoid junk food. So all from like fast food, high sugar foods, soda, ice cream, candy, fries, like all that bullshit, avoid it. Because once I stopped with that, I had much more energetic. I went to the gym more, pushed harder, I built more muscles off the gym. I had better recovery. Everything with building muscles became better when I quit the junk food. And the thing that worked for me was just to slowly have it less and less and less. Then over time I could quit. Quitting junk food is a cheat code. And we as entrepreneurs, we don't want to spend a lot of time in the gym. And just quitting junk food will help us build more muscles because we don't have any sugar anymore in our body. Have higher testosterone to do faster workouts, push harder. Same with like the energy boost. Quitting junk food, very powerful. We can build more muscles with less time. It's a very high return on investment. That was a strategy of the diet plan, very simple. Now I will walk through the full diet plan that helped Manny gain 17 pounds in just 26 days. The first meal is breakfast. You can have it whenever you want, but just for the example of the time frame between all the meals, we will set the breakfast at 10 a.m. You can have it whenever you want, but I will have it to explain how many hours it's gonna be between each meal. Breakfast at 10 a.m. First of all, 4 eggs cooked in butter. You can use scramble them, fry them, but use like real butter in a pan, cook them however you want. I usually scramble mine, but those 4 eggs, it will give 24 grams of protein, increased testosterone to help you be like very energetic. That's very powerful for breakfast. I recommend to all my clients have eggs to breakfast, at least 4. And one of my one-on-one clients, like, he said he felt really energetic after started having eggs. And then another guy I had a coaching call with, he said he gained 2 kilograms in just 9 days. That's like 4 pounds of muscle in just 9 days after he started having eggs. Eggs, absolute cheat code. I have around 8 eggs per day. And then to that he had 1 peanut butter sandwich. Just like a normal like toast bread, like a healthy option, not like just white bread. Full like those like brown bread which are like healthy. That with peanut butter. And peanut butter is important that it's no added sugar. No like Skippy, no added sugar. It should be less than 5 grams of sugar, 5% per 100 gram. And the peanut butter is good to get in the calories. And if you're gonna follow this breakfast, you don't even need like the sandwich. You can just have just have 1 tablespoon like this if you want. That is what I have, and I have peanut butter to my breakfast. But that's the breakfast. 4 eggs scrambled. You can just eat them from a bowl, and then 1 peanut butter sandwich. This breakfast is simple, tastes good, take like probably around 10 minutes to make, and it's good for calories, protein, and use like testosterone boost and like energy. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs, they don't want to eat breakfast right when they wake up. They do intermittent fasting, meaning they work for a couple hours in the morning, and you can do that 100%. If you wake up at 6 a.m. then you work to 10 a.m. or 12 a.m. then you have that breakfast. That is what I do. I work from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. then I have breakfast. And you can do that if that like fits you best. So that's the breakfast. Now the second meal, the lunch, is gonna be 4 hours later, 2 p.m. for example. It's good to have at least 3 hours between meals. You can have it at like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. and it's at least 200 grams of grounded beef, with tortilla bread. So you can eat it like a wrap. Like I love to have that lunch, ground beef with tortilla bread. Then I usually have like some hot sauce, some white sauce, some cheese, and it's delicious and it's high in protein from the meat and make me feel good and boost testosterone because of the grounded beef. And at least 200 grams of the grounded beef. That's important. I usually have like 400 grams of grounded beef or even more. But yeah, at least 200 grams of meat. And to that, I made him have 20 almonds and 2 Brazil nuts. And that's for get in some more calories. That's for like some easy snack to get in more calories. But also boost testosterone. Almonds and Brazil nuts boost testosterone. 2 Brazil nuts a day has shown to boost testosterone. But don't have more than 2 Brazil nuts. I have heard like if you have 8 Brazil nuts in a day, it can be a bit dangerous. But 1 to 3 Brazil nuts a day is very healthy and have a lot of benefits. But that's the lunch. 200 grams of grounded beef with tortilla bread and then 20 almonds and 2 Brazil nuts. Yeah, like eat so much you can of it. But at least like 200 grams of grounded beef. If you're gonna follow this diet plan, you can have 500 grams of grounded beef. That's even better. Like more meat equals more gains. That's the quote of the day. More meat, more gains. But this is the lunch and it's very fast to make. Making ground beef, it can take like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to cook it up. Then the tortilla bread, the thing that is good with it, instead of having rice or potatoes, is you can just put out the bread. You don't need to prepare it or cook it or something. You just put out the bread from the package, you put on the ground beef, you wrap it up, you eat it. It's very fast to make. And something I do sometimes is I make like 2 kilograms, 4.5 pounds of grounded beef. Then I store it in the fridge. Then whenever I'm gonna have like lunch or dinner, I can just take out a couple 100 grams of ground beef and then heat it up for like a few minutes and then eat. So in that way you can just prepare a big amount 2 times per week. Then you just heat up, let's say 200 grams of it when you're gonna have lunch or dinner. If you're gonna have lunch. I love this lunch. I see only good things with it. Protein, testosterone, feel good, easy to make, quick to make. It's amazing. And meal free is a snack, and that's 3 hours later, so at 5 p.m. In that way you can work a few hours more on your business or go to the gym after lunch. And the meal is a pork or chicken sandwich, because Manny, he told me he liked like chicken and pork and sandwiches. So I said, okay, let's put them together, pork or chicken sandwich. That's just very easy. You can have like a baguette or a toast and then put on some chicken. Pretty fast to make if you have some chicken and use some bread at home. Or if you're gonna buy one, that works too. And that's just for more protein, like the chicken for the protein, the bread is just to like eat a chicken with. It doesn't really have any benefits for building muscle, because it's mostly meat and eggs that help us build muscles. All like the carbs, you can have it with your meat, but it doesn't really do a lot. And if you're an entrepreneur that want to build more muscles, get jacked, you can get a free one-on-one coaching call with me right now. I can help you out with diet. Just click the top link in the description. You will also have a chance to join my one-on-one coaching. So top link in the description if you want that. So meal number 4 is dinner, and you can have it like 2 to 4 hours after the snack. Doesn't really matter, but for example, you can have it at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. depending on like when you're hungry. It doesn't really matter when you have it. But for dinner, he had 300 grams of chicken and then rice. So the 300 grams of chicken is very good to get in the protein. That was 75 grams of protein. That's why I put chicken, because a lot of protein to build muscles. And the rice, it's just to get in some like carbs to bulk up and eat the chicken with. And that can also be like very easy to make. And the rice, if you're gonna follow this, you don't need to have rice. Potatoes works good. Even you can have pasta if you prefer that. but use like some carbs to eat the chicken with, and then 1 tablespoon of peanut butter with that. So you can have to just get in some like more calories, some more healthy fats. So many could eat rice and chicken, and then just after he could eat like 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, just like that. Takes like 20 seconds. Very easy to get in calories. And if you want to get in like more calories, you can just go to the fridge, have 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. I used to do that. I was eating 3 tablespoons of peanut butter a day, 2 or 3. And it helped me get in like much more calories. 1 tablespoon is around 100 calories. If you want to eat like more calories, you can just have some more peanut butter. And this was a full diet plan. And if you want a full Google document with all the meals and the protein breakdown, you can use DM me on Instagram diet plan and I will send it over to you. I have my Instagram link in the description. This diet plan, if you eat like all the amounts I said, like 300 grams of chicken, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter for dinner, 4 eggs for breakfast, 200 grams of grounded beef to lunch. If you have like all the right amounts, it will give you at least 163 grams of protein. And that was my aim, to get at least 160 grams of protein, because many weighed about 160 pounds. And a good amount of protein to get in is your body weight in pounds, grams of protein. If you weigh 150 pounds, then you should get in at least 150 grams of protein. So if you're around 160 pounds, then like these amounts I said in the diet plan of like how much meat, eggs you're gonna eat, it will fit you good, because Manny was also 160 pounds. And if you want to get in more protein to build more muscle, just have like more meat and eggs. Have 5 eggs to breakfast. Have 300 grams of grounded beef to lunch. But then some general tips I gave to Manny about diet was first of all, like avoiding sugar and junk food. That peanut butter, have no added sugar for that. And then also, don't go to McDonald's, don't eat candy. Just eat what I put in the diet plan, and don't eat anything else. Don't eat like anything else, not any bullshit. Avoid junk food and sugar. That's super important. Then I also told him, you don't need to have the grounded beef with like tortilla every time. You can have it with like a variation. If you want to have potatoes one day, or rice or pasta, it doesn't matter. Just that you get in the grounded beef is the important thing. And also the same with the dinner too. And also same with the chicken for the dinner. You can have it with potatoes or pasta if you want. It doesn't need to be rice. But the most important thing was that you get in 200 grams of ground beef for lunch and 300 grams of chicken for dinner. That's the most important thing in the entire diet plan. And then also the 4 eggs for breakfast. Because that will give you the protein. That together is over like 130 grams of protein. If you follow that, it's very easy to hit the protein goal of 160 grams. That is what I like to do when following a diet plan. Just having like a goal of the most important thing you need to do. For me, it's to have at least 5 eggs every day. That's my goal. And to have meat for lunch and dinner. And when I say meat, it's just to include like a good amount of meat. It can be chicken, ground beef, fish, but have some meat for my lunch and dinner. And eat like a solid amount of it. That's my goal. And also never eating junk food. I haven't done that for like 1.5 years. Like I never do that. No high sugar foods. But this was the full diet plan that helped Manny gain 17 pounds of muscles in just 26 days. And if you're a 6-figure entrepreneur, you're making over 100k per year, you need to watch this video right here. It's how 6-figure entrepreneurs can build muscles without wasting any time. Become Jack, brother. Bah!